you've had the 7 weeks, you've had a chance to have this experience, 7 times. And today we'll play a little bit with that incredible present time consciousness, that soul star chakra, which is so special. So, you've got your blueprint, you build your blueprint, and you just go about raising your vibration from the knowing of who you really are. Not just the body and the mind or the emotion, but the observer of all of the above in deep presence as an expression of God here on a mission to experience life, on a mission to unfold into the beauty that is you and the reason that you was born. That's with you in every breath, and life is just a series of inhales and exhales. And the more you're aware of your inhales and exhales, the more you're in that experience. The more you're looking within, the more the unconscious mind will reveal to you all the incredible wisdom that you've learned over these 7, soon to be 8 weeks. And then you just continue to devote yourself to looking within. Can I see a show of hands who got the meditation that we sent out, the Quantum Awakening meditation? Have you guys got that? Awesome. Sweet as. So if you haven't got it, you can just go to YouTube and type in Quantum Awakening, Dr. Espen, and you should find it there. It's something quite simple to use. And it's just a really powerful reminder that you have the power, the wisdom, and the beauty of the entire universe within you with every single breath. So the more you're aware that you're aware of your breath, the more that incredible power, wisdom, and beauty will unfold into everyday experiences that we refer to as synchronicities, blessings. Make sense, guys? It's really not any more complicated than that. But there is a need for ongoing conscious action. There is an absolute need to push yourself, to devote yourself, because the stronger the emotion, the more distracted we get from the truth of who we are. And not just the emotion of love and beauty, but those emotions of procrastination, hesitation, frustration, desperation, and depression that cloud reason. And then again, all you need to do is to come back to your breath. Keep taking action with your breath, action in your life. And you're already taking care of your energy. This is really what this is all about. This is you learning tools to take care of your energy, to know what drains your energy, to know what elevates your frequency, to know what opens your heart, what closes the heart, to know that you get results in proportion to the energy and effort that you put into your life and your devotion to this way. So should you want to deepen the work, then you will see it all around you. Who feels like you can see life a bit different, and life is quite different after you've done the work over the last 7 weeks? Anyone else? I had a beautiful chat to Ramona the other day, and I'm not going to go into too much detail, but she's like, well, now that I know what I know, what am I going to do? I said, well, sister, and it's the same for all of us. Now we know, we come home and we remember, it's like, oh, okay, well, It's just different, because now all of those things that we thought happened to us has happened for us all along. We're free. We're no longer in chains. We're with awareness and with a very new level of appreciation for life. And as I said, life is just a series of inhales and exhales. So on that regard, let's start. Let's start with our meditation. Every time we start, we want to start by getting in state. And again, as I say, this is not just something that I'm teaching you and sharing with you to start every single week of the 8 weeks, but it's an opportunity to learn that this is sacred, that this is your life, that this is your morning. You don't start your morning stressed and rushed on a regular basis. You start your morning with you and feet on the ground and breath work and meditation, stretching, running, cycling, swimming, surfing, going for a walk. Doesn't matter, but you do. You matter. That's why you start your day with you. So let's start this incredible journey in the final of the 8 journeys so far with a little bit of awareness and a little bit of breath. So when you're ready, closing your eyes, already aware that you're aware of your breath, already grounded down through 1, lifted and elevated up through 7. Shoulders back, chest up, chin up, already happening because you are aware. No judgment when the mind wanders, just come back to the awareness of breath. So breathe in all the way through the nose and all the way out through the nose. And again, just grounding and settling in. Big breath in through the nose, stimulating the parasympathetic God flow system And exhale by the nose, relaxing into the body and feeling things the way they really are. And a big breath in one more time through the nose. And a big exhale through the nose. Today, we move into the 8th energy center. We take the incredible energy stored in the 3 lower energy centers through the heart, through the throat, through the third eye, and through the crown. And we enter this incredible soul star center. So about 20 centimeters above your head, there's a chakra of pure white light that ascends into the heavens. As you breathe, grounded through 1, lifted through 7, receiving pure white light flowing in from 8. So this energy works in 2 ways. 1, you breathe in through 1, all the way up the spine, breathing in through 1, all the way up through the spine, out through 7. It goes into the soul star, collects pure white light, goes back around, down into your feet, and up again. So it's this circular motion of in through 1, out through 7, collecting pure white light from the soul and looping back around into the pelvis. Feeling that breath in and breathing out pure white light. Still feeling, still breathing, still remembering. And with that in mind, set your intention. Set your intention for today as to what today marks for you. Is it the end? Or is it the beginning? What are you hoping to receive, to have? And as we place our positive, loving intention into the field already, so it is. So when we set our intention for what we wish to have, we very often forget about the be and the do that comes before the have. The have is the automatic outcome, the manifestation of the beingness and the doingness. It's a byproduct of your devotion to the path. It's not the end goal because it's never separate. So who do we need to be with every single breath? What do we need to do to keep doing, to repeat? In order to have that which our soul desires. That is our intention for today. To listen to what the soul, the state of unconditional love, really came to share with us today. And when you're ready, taking a big breath in through the nose, a big breath out through the mouth. Big smile on your face. Let's rock it out. We have a beautiful night ahead. Big breath in. And a big breath. Yee-hoo-wee. And one more time, big breath in, big smile on your face. And if you feel like it, make your favorite sound. Have some fun with it. When you're ready, brothers and sisters, feel free to open up your eyes. Hey, welcome back. Just a couple of minutes, right? It doesn't take long. Your many guided meditations. Insight Timer is a great resource. There's no reason not to do this every single day. Insight Timer is a great resource for free meditations. Before we get into it, let's recap. We fire and wire those pathways together, and neurons that do fire, they do wire together. So we want to recap this every single week. What did we learn? Starts with the awareness, the knowledge, the quantum upgrade of spending time giving back to ourselves. Then the practice is, we had the breakthrough tonight, some of us, many of us, and some of us later. Then we do the self-care over the next 7 days. And again, disciplining the lower self, the body and the mind and the emotion, to listen to the soul, to practice that which must be practiced, to integrate and to come home. And then there is, for some of us, the intelligence, that continues as we continue this path and take the next step. Because when everything is energy, frequency, and vibration, we understand that all the areas of life is vibration. And we understand that we can raise vibration by doing this practice, by actually understanding how to lean into the emotion and surrender to the emotion. Then we can ascend. And this is a beautiful part of, I believe, why we're here, to come back to love and above. And then last week, of course, we talked about the incredible crown chakra. The crown is directly related to spiritual fulfillment and purpose, because when the crown is open, you are connected and one to the unified field of divine consciousness and your higher self, which is that which I am, which is you. And it's everything. And that spiritual connection is when you're living in spirit. That's an inspired life. We learned more about the crown chakra, its specific attributes, etc. We learned what blocked it, which is our earthly attachments, those three-dimensional materialistic things, including people, events, emotions. We learned to be aware of that. And this is the first step, awareness. Then you continue your path and continue this journey, and you deepen and you let go of more and more. The more things you let go that you're attached to, the more you feel like you have exactly what you need, because you already do. Receiving with gratitude, not holding on to in fear of losing anymore. Releasing from the spiritual disconnection and the egoic attachments to find and deepen your purpose and become a soulpreneur, to be on the path of making a difference in the world. A difference for yourself, and of course a difference for everyone else around you. As you raise your frequency, literally the hero that the world has been waiting for. I'll say that one more time. As you raise your frequency and devote yourself to looking inside yourself and finding the answers that already are there, the more you work on yourself, the more you realize that you are the hero that the world has been waiting for, that you have been waiting for. That's the path of the soulpreneur. And of course, one of our very, very favorites, as it is, sharing is caring. So in this first breakout session, we're going to have an opportunity to share our overall key learning. So that's the key learning of, what your main takeaway has been over the last 7 weeks and the 8-week quantum upgrade. What did that look like for you? Was it in the first week when you had to share your fear? Was it the second week when you learned about mastering your emotions and the mental and emotional state? Was it in the area of life called finances, personal power, self-love, self-respect, or lack thereof, lack of self-worth and self-value? Was it in the heart when you broke through in that incredible experience when time and space dissolved and that person was in the room with you? Was it in the throat chakra when you did your dream streaming to see the purpose of what you came to do? Maybe to create a life by your conscious design, as to write your life like your best friend would have shared it at a funeral. What an incredible way to avoid the 5 common regrets of the dying by continuing to do this work. Was it the third eye? When you had vision? Was it the dream streaming through the future and all the way back? Was it learning what your message is to the world? Was it the crown chakra when you recognized that you had so many attachments that no longer served you, and the awareness of your connection, instead of looking without, you look within? Instead of being attached to the 3D world, actually coming home to the soul. And whatever it was, maybe it was a conversation with a brother and sister, maybe it was someone else's share, maybe it was whatever's been the main thing. Maybe you achieved something, in the last 7 weeks, and you're just like, boom, that's what it is, that's what I want to share. You guys ready? Oh, come on, are you ready? Yes or no? Yoo-hoo! Fire it up, enjoy your breakout session, 10 minutes, 2.5 minutes each, go. All right, looks like we're arriving back. Welcome back, team. Okay, looks like we're all here. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay. Still good? All right. Wonderful. Anyone feel like sharing? I would love to, at this point, ask whoever has not had a chance to share and care yet to raise your hand if you haven't had a chance over the last 7 weeks to share. And this is your time. This is, in fact, the very last chance you have to put yourself outside of the comfort zone a little bit and share what your main thing, your favorite thing was over the last 7 weeks. So can I see a show of hands? Who has not had a chance to share before? Who has not had a chance to share before? Awesome. I see a couple of you. Who would like to start to share first, please? I see a couple of you sitting on the fence. Let me scroll through the pages. Who has not had a chance to share before and feels like, yep, today's my time. I'm going to share now. Anyone? Okay. You, Robin?
Yes.
Oh, you legend. Here we go. Scroll across, guys. Find Robin there. Pin her down. Let's be fully present with her. Take it away, sister.
My thing is not to be seen or heard, Dr Espen, so I'm still, hidden in the background. So it's a big challenge for me. So I was saying in our breakthrough, like just doing the ascension chakras, that meditation, I've only actually been doing it this week. I didn't realise, I just was doing the other ones prior, and that is making the noises. And so that has just helped me so much, just to make those noises, and I do, and it's lovely. So that's one big thing for me, and even just getting up and talking now to everybody, that's a huge thing. And also because I'm an artist, another thing is I have to be seen in order for people to see my artwork. And I've not been out there showing it to people, but I've started doing that now. And I'm going to, do a business. I haven't got all the nitty-gritties of what I'm going to do, but it'll be around my artwork, whatever. And actually, I've got the opportunity of doing a little market stall in the local area in a few weeks' time. So that'll be my first venture out.
Oh, so proud of you. Wow. Can I just see a show of hands, guys? Who can see Robin literally glowing now? Literally glowing. Like you are on fire, darling. How do you feel?
Fabulous.
Silly question.
Yeah, I feel good. Yeah.
I'm so proud of you. Well, so proud of you. So would you say, was that the throat chakra? Did it happen in a specific week? What was this been an ongoing journey and you popped at the end? What do you think that was?
No, look, I think really I've been busting to get out for a long, long time. And whenever I make a move forward, I shrink back again. Just different reasons, I guess. So this is probably the step I've taken that's actually going to push me and not go backwards. That's how I feel, that it's here and it's not going to go backwards. And besides, time's running out for me, like I'm getting older. How many good years am I going to have where I can actually make the most of doing what I can with my life to the best of my ability? I've got to keep my health good, my brain going, etc., etc. So I can't dilly-dally around anymore going, I'll do that next year or whatever. I can't do that anymore. So, and I've retired now, so I've got the time. I can do it.
You are doing it.
Yeah.
You are doing it. I had a little download as you were speaking. I saw you in the markets and online selling your beautiful art. And I saw an intention of a particular kind into each of the pieces of art. So when someone buys it, they can come home with this is blessed for prosperity. This is blessed for whatever, in whatever different ways, because you have something. And you've got to remember, when we've held ourselves back, how long would you say that you've held your message and your voice and your expression back for?
Probably most of my life.
So can you define that in years for us?
I'm 66, so probably 60 years.
Okay, so we've got 60 years of stored quantum potential being released here. You understand this?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we have been keeping in the three lower centers is now available for ascension. It's now available for you and your creativity. So it's not that those 50, 60 years have been in vain. You've been in spiritual training for you. So it's never too late. This is the perfect timing to do you. And as you spoke to, it's a matter of me following through now. So have you got a plan on what you're going to keep doing to stay with this?
Well, I love doing what I do, but I still can find life gets in the way sometimes. So I make a commitment to do something artistic every day, not just, I've got a studio that's like 30 k's away. So I have to make a concerted effort to go there, and sometimes it's stinking hot. There's no aircon or anything in it. So I can find excuses sometimes. And I will do stuff at home, though, that doesn't make a mess. But most of my artwork's messy. And I do small works, but I've actually, in my head, I want to do big works, huge works, great big works.
Woo! And so good to hear you speak of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can anyone feel this inspiration? Raise your hand if you can feel this inspiration. This is all of us, right? Little round of applause. I mean, a big round of applause. Robin, you've just inspired the crap out of all of us. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
And I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I would like to order a piece of art, please.
Yes, you did ask me, actually, and I've actually got a plan already.
Something quantum. Looking forward to hearing from you.
Thank you.
Blessings. Wow. Okay. Well, there goes to show the opportunity to how beautifully we can inspire other people when we simply share our truth. And 60 years, 50, 60 years of untapped pure potential, what we've been holding ourselves back from, what we perceive as missing, creates the value. The void drives the value. So now that unleashed, well, watch out, all of us, here we come. This is the first day of the rest of our lives, and we're just getting started. So in order for us to quantify this, in order for us to get into this and objectify it further, what we want to do is we want to take, what do I want to call it? We want to take note on where we are. So in the beginning of the 7 weeks, we started completing our wheel of life. Can you guys remember that? We did the wheel of life, yeah? And we rated ourselves from 1 being the lowest to 10 being the highest in these different areas of life. And it was physical health, mental and emotional state, finances, relationships, personal development, career and vocation, mission, and of course, spiritual fulfillment and purpose. And we rated ourselves from 1 being the lowest to 10 being the highest. Now we've gone through a lot of the work, and we've done we've removed 7 major blocks. We've come home to love 7 times. We've given ourselves permission over and over and over again to live an extraordinary life and to let go of what no longer serves us. So what we're about to do is to answer 3 questions. And these 3 questions act as a deeper level of awareness to see how far we've come, to see where we might be stuck, to see what it is going to cost us if we don't continue to do us, if we don't continue, like Robin said, to do art every day, you know, to do my daily devotions, to walk my dog, to be in the surf, to do whatever. And then the last one, the 3rd question is, what do I need to dedicate the 3 limited resources in the human experience to? That is time, energy, and money. What do I need to dedicate my time, energy, and money to for me to continue on this path? That makes sense, guys? So really this is a recalibration and objectification of how far we've come and where we are. And then your homework until whenever we meet again, and we've got a little surprise for you. We're going to do something special, a little family gathering on Wednesday, which is just out of the blue. We've just thought about today. But until we meet again and continue this work, then you'll have the opportunity to do this for yourself. So in the beginning, we talked about where you are from 1 to 10 in these different areas. We started literally ascending through every single one of those blocks in every single area of life, from fear to love. And now we're going to identify where we're up to, and then we're going to be able to set the trajectory to which path we go moving forward. Such is always the journey, and it's always going to be involving you doing you every day, looking inwards. Make sense, guys? Cool. And then after that, we'll start to go through the curriculum and really have some fun with it. So when you're ready, and remember also, can I just see show of hands, who's going to redo their wheel of life, let's say in the next 10 days? Who's going to redo the Wheel of Life in the next 10 days? Okay, you're fully committed. If you're committed, then keep your hand up and say, I promise to myself that I'm going to do me and that I'm going to redo the Wheel of Life for myself in the next 10 days. And so it is. Well done. You feel free to do it as quickly as you can. And then I know people are like, oh shit, I got myself into that. No, I got to do that too. Add it to the list. Okay, great. Good. Add yourself to the list. You should be on top of that list. Yes. And so you redo that and then look at it and go, and so many will see that, wow, you know, my finances were a 2 and now it's a 6 or a 4. Wow, my relationships were really struggling. They went from a 2 to a 3 or 4, 5 to 10. You never know. It's just like, and when you get to look at that, you go, wow, next level. I was able to do that in 8 weeks. Okay, well, what can I do in the next 12 months? Okay, sometimes when we do this incredible work, and please stay with me now because this is really important. Sometimes when we do life, we set goals, and once we hit that goal, we set the next one right away and we keep looking forward. Anyone else do that? Right? So the next step and the next step. Great. What I'm also talking about now is you doing the work over the 8 weeks and doing your Wheel of Life again, and then comparing them to each other and seeing what, celebrating how far you've come in such a short period of time. Again, you're not working in the body or just the body or the mind. You're working in the quantum field. You're in and out of the quantum field 7.8 times per second, ladies and gentlemen. And the more you are aware that you are aware of that, the more you can breathe into your awareness of that, the more all of this wisdom is available to you in every single breath. Why? Because it's already in the being. Make sense? So let's get real now. Let's ask ourselves 3 important questions. When you're ready, please turn to page 71. And again, get raw, get real, get vulnerable, be authentic, be fully honest with yourself. 3 questions, page 71 on top of week 8. We're going to recap our quantum journey so far. Question number 1. What are the top 3 areas of my life where I'm most challenged? So this is where you're currently most challenged. Where you're currently most challenged. So what are the top 3 areas of my life where I'm currently most challenged? We're currently most challenged. So specifically talking to the area of life. So don't say with my husband or with my neighbor. That's relationships. That's the 4th area of life. See a couple of people smiling there. So it's about the specific area of life. So is it physical health, mental and emotional, financial, relationships, personal development, career, mission, spiritual fulfillment? Which are the 3 top areas of life where I'm most challenged? Give me a thumbs up when you've got the 3 that are still the lowest on your list. Okay, good. Moving well, guys. Super. Next question. What will it cost me if you to take conscious and ongoing action in these areas? So I want you to get really real now. This is important. This should feel a bit heavy. It should be a difficult question to answer emotionally, because you can see what's going to happen in your future if you stopped doing you. Really just dropping into that emotion. What will it cost me? What will I lose if I don't continue to take conscious and ongoing action in these specific areas of life? Is what we're talking about here. Loss of relationship, loss of money, loss of spiritual fulfillment and purpose, loss of loving relationships. The cost of time, this is a big one. I very often forget the amount of time I'm going to be wasting in stress, the amount of health I'm going to be wasting in stress, the amount of synchronicities I'm going to miss out on because I'm not present. So these are the things that cost us a lot. And so with our energy conservation, with our energy cultivation, with our dedication to ascension, what's it going to cost us if we stop that journey? Thumbs up if you got 3 or 4 points on that one. All right, couple people, most people. All right. So what will it cost you? Very important to feel the emotion around that. And then the last one, what are the top 3 areas of my life where I will continue to invest my time, energy, and finances. So again, what are the top 3 areas of my life? And they may or may not be the same as the first question. So the first question is 3 areas where you're most challenged. The last question is 3 areas where you're going to continue to dedicate your time, energy, and finance. They may or may not be the same as the first 3. Normally, at least 1 or 2 will be the same, and the third one can be something else, something that you're already good at, my friend, that you want to really take to a whole new level. Like Robin spoke about her artistry and her expression of self and her creativity, second energy center, also selling it to people and getting love behind it to help them, which is the 7th energy center as well, right? And so she might not be struggling in the area of life, whichever that is what she rated, but she might want to continue to focus her time, energy, and money into that area. Does that make sense? So it can or cannot be the same, but it normally will be at least 1 or 2 will be the same. So now the top 3 areas of life where you will continue to dedicate your time, energy, and money into for yourself. Good, and staying with your breath, my friends. You're doing so great. Beautiful. Good. Robin sitting, Diane sitting. Some of us still forgot that we were sitting because I didn't say anything. Good work. Still sitting. Whenever you're ready, you're sitting. Still writing, you're writing. You're sitting, you're sitting. Sitting with that breath, aware that we're aware. Wonderful. If you're still writing now, feel free to start wrapping it up. Well done. Well done. When you're ready, open up your eyes and just have a look at that page, and then you can kind of see, you can see some patterns here, some patterns between where we're feeling stuck and where we want to dedicate the work. So that means that when you look at the first question, who saw that the third question, the answer to the third question was related to the answers in the first question? Did anyone see that? That we actually recognize where we needed to do some work? We should all have our hands up to that one, because that means that when we recognize that we're feeling stuck in that area of life where we're most challenged, is obviously when we need to do the work, because the lower the frequency, the lower the frequency, the more the perceived suffering, the more we haven't seen things the way they really are. Can I get a hands up if that made sense to you? That's it. So awesome. Love the hands, guys. That's it. That's the awareness process. Well done. That's it. And then that's all you need to do. And as we dive into it, we become more aware, because when we see for what it is, we just continue to practice it. And that can be something as simple as this printout on your mirror in your bathroom, and you just go through it. Before Marcia takes over, she's going to talk to you a little bit about how you can continue the journey if you want to do so. I just want to give you attention to page number 72. In your manual, page number 72. And this is something that I learned some years ago, which really blew me away. One of my mentors said, he asked me a question, actually, the same mentor that I did the health centers, the franchise with. And he asked me a question. He said, Espen, do you know how many hours there are in the week? And my answer was no. And he said, and I'll paraphrase, he goes, well, that's unconscious. And I just went, yeah, I totally agree. I didn't know, so I don't know what I don't know, right? And he's like, good, go and find out. I came back, 168. From that day, I recognized that the soul is not bound by space or time. However, we live a physical experience, and time is real for us, unfortunately. The incredible philosopher de Calvertain once said, if humanity wishes to save itself from biospheric destruction, that means the planet saying, Humans, you've done enough. I'm going to wipe you out with another global thing and we'll start again. Yeah, these are the cycles that have happened over millions and millions and millions of years. But we're the first species that arrive in a place where we don't really seem to fit in. And so sometimes the Mother Nature will say, okay, well, by the way, we need to end pollution. I'm all for it, but Mother Nature's got this thing under control. It's our salvation we should be worried about. And as we take care of ourselves, we take care of the earth and we'll heal. And so when we're connected through the soul to the earth, we live in natural time. And that's what I believe is coming. And that's what we're speaking to today, specifically around the 168 hours. The soul is not bound by 168 hours. The soul is eternal. But the human experience is bound by 168 hours. And here it is. Listen carefully. Most of us have no idea that there's 168 hours of the week, let alone how we're currently spending them in spirit or out of spirit, and let alone where we want to go, where we want to be in 12 weeks and 12 months. So we live lives by unconscious default. Does that make sense? Some of us. And we could be living lives by conscious design. So the 168 hours is for you to become aware of the amount of time that you're living in spirit, the amount of time that you're doing things that you're not passionate about, etc. It's just what so many of our programs talk to. If you want to learn about how to be inspired, Robin, you want to sell your art, you want to do a big thing, you want to grow that. Well, that's a business idea. That should be cultivated as a spiritual gift to the world and receiving in exchange for that. And that all these different ideas. So what you've got here in front of you is an opportunity for you to understand that there's 168 hours every week, and for you to begin to master them, for you to actually look at this and write down what you want to do in your life. This is just simply you fill in life by design. Now, here's what you do. This is very important. You do not, under any circumstance, put in your job first or anything outside of you first. First, who do we put in first into the calendar? Me. Yes. So your passion, your mission, your vision, your self-care, your 8-step quantum blueprint. You put in those things into the calendar. These are your fundamentals, your foundation. And then you build your life on top. Then you build everything else on top. Because then if the next COVID, next storm comes around, guess what? You've got you. That makes sense to anyone? So don't make the mistake that millions of people are making, and that's to build their business and all these things and then try and fit themselves in. I just don't have time for exercise. Every time I say that, it's because, well, you haven't done this. You haven't done you. Make sense? So awesome. So 168 hours, life by conscious design, no longer a life by unconscious default. This is our life. This is our plan. This is our trajectory. This is our time. Good? So we'll talk a bit more about how the illusion of time and space, as Einstein said, there is no past, there is no future, for eternity is only in the now. We're never bound by space or time. And so the soul can manifest very quickly, very powerfully through this three-dimensional state, through the physical experience, if we're in spirit, of course. So we'd like to just, I'll hand over to Marcia. Marcia will talk a little bit about the different paths where your journey can take. What I recommend that you do, and what I normally do for me, is I look at the top 3 areas of life, that last question, where I'm going to continue to devote myself. And if any of these options resonate with you and you want to keep deepening the journey with us, we're going to open the door and say, would love to keep riding with you and see where this goes.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'll just share my screen with you all, and we'll have a little look at where we can go from here. So for those of you that have, can we all see the screen? Is that working for everyone? Yeah, awesome. For those of you that have watched my testimonial a few weeks back, might be able to remember that I was on stage, and I pretty much have started my journey just like you, with a quantum advanced or quantum upgrade, which is a very similar curriculum, and then have dived head in into this company and into this journey and into this mission, and have been part of pretty much every program that there is. And I am absolutely in love with the company, with what we're doing and where we're going. So I'm really excited to have a little chat to you all about where this could take you. the first opportunity that I would love to talk about is the one I'm also just so excited about at the moment. I was talking to Simone this morning and Rosetta, and I was like, oh my God, I can barely sit still. I'm so excited about this. So we are running a conscious enterprise retreat. We have run these in the past in Bali, but this is obviously not possible at the moment. So we've changed our location to another tropical, beautiful paradise called Cairns. So I'm really excited and proud to announce that we will be running a conscious enterprise retreat in less than 2 weeks. Well, exactly 2 weeks from today. In Cairns, yeah, no, I'm so excited, in a beautiful place called Turtle Cove. Turtle Cove is a beautiful retreat right on the beach. They have 2 private beaches, a swimming pool, a really nice fire pit on the beach, and it's in the middle of the rainforest, so you can see it's just surrounded by trees and rainforest and the ocean. So I'm super, super excited to be running this. It's a 6-day retreat, and it is all about soulpreneurship. So what we're going to be looking at is, what is your soul's purpose? What do you want to contribute? How do you want to serve in your life? And then how can we make a business out of this? And we have some unbelievable guest speakers that are going to join us, some unbelievable facilitators that will be there and help us. Now this retreat is just, oh my God, it's a retreat for the entire soul. So we'll be doing yoga, meditation, we'll be doing breath work, ice bath, indigenous adventures. We'll be doing like waterfall rain, like cleanses. There'll be live music and like, oh, beautiful, beautiful little dinners on the beach with candlelight, and of course also we'll do the work. So we'll also have about 2 classes a day where we are learning about entrepreneurship and how to pretty much go from source to service, and how to turn what our soul's here to do in this world into a business. So this is happening in 2 weeks, and I've talked to quite a few of you guys already about this, and I'd absolutely love to see as many as possible of you joining us. We have about 10 spots left for this retreat, and yeah, what makes it so special is the people that are coming as well are just very, very beautiful people with very beautiful visions. And together we've been experiencing this a lot in the business success automation program. Together we just keep inspiring each other and keep having these beautiful ideas and keeping each other on track. So yeah, this will be just a fast track to creating a business that your soul came here to do. So I'm super excited, and if you would like to join us, you should be able to see the link in the chat box to sign up for that. The second opportunity that I'd love to talk about is, if you would love to be a soulpreneur, but you can't make it in 2 weeks' time, or you have a reason that you just really can't come to the retreat, but you do feel like you would love to turn your soul's purpose into a business. We have a very beautiful program called the Business Success Automation Program, how to create a home-based business in these difficult, interesting times. So it's an online masterclass for soulpreneurs that want to create a business with meaning and doing what they love and loving what they do. And obviously making the world a better place, which is what we're all about, shining our lights and helping others shining their lights. What I really love about the Business Success Automation Program is you do have a manual and you do have training videos, but what's very special about this program is 2 things. First of all, every Wednesday from 12:30 till 1:30, we have a coaching call with Dr. Espen. And so he's actually spending his time personally coaching us every single Wednesday. We have a hot seat. So if you have an idea and you really want to, go deeper into where you're at, you can be in the hot seat, and Dr. Espen will spend a lot of energy on coaching you and helping you through breaking through where you're stuck or giving ideas. And the other really beautiful thing about this is that this group has actually doubled in the last few months. It's really exciting. And the people that are with us, like these beautiful souls that are in this group and what they do for the planet and the people is just, it's mind-blowing. The businesses that we're helping create here are just the most, from men's group to like helping PST military, like just unbelievable. Like I can't even put it in words, but the energy in this group and the support that we get from Dr. Espen and from each other is just, yeah, it's just amazing. I should probably talk pricing as well. Hey, so the retreat is $6,995 for the whole week. And that includes your accommodation, all your food and drinks, and all the excursions, and of course the curriculum. Now, if that's not possible for you, if you can't come in 2 weeks' time, there is the Business Success Automation Program. This one is at the moment still $1,995. It will go up to $3,995 because that's pretty much what we should be charging, but we are at the moment really wanting to help everyone that wants to, you know, change their life and do something good for others as well, to join us with these programs. So the Business Success Automation Program for you, if you just really like to do what you so came here to do, and would love a little bit of mentoring with that and help putting that all together. Oh, I love this man, John Grant Harvey. We have a very beautiful program called the Ultimate Speaker Masterclass. In this program, you actually get mentored by Dr. Espen's personal coach, John Grant Harvey, and Dr. Espen. So it is a very extensive program, and this is for you if you feel like you've just found your voice. I think I'll think of someone like Robin that's like, you know what, I've just found my voice and the world needs to hear what I have to say. And I'm in this program at the moment, and I'm, you know, practicing speaking in front of you all. And it's again, an absolutely amazing program. It's given me so much courage and so much support, and just the different techniques that you can learn to actually speak in front of people. So it's a 3-part program where you have the breakthrough to speaking, so where you learn how to speak. And then we have the breakthrough to pitching success, which is what we call selling with soul. Because if you have something that can help the world, how dare you not selling it? How dare you not putting it out there for people to actually be able to purchase and help themselves or help others with it? So this is a really beautiful part of where you actually can understand that you're giving a service, and the world needs what you have to say, needs to hear what you have to say, and needs these programs that we are offering. And then we also have the breakthrough to facilitation success. So different from speaking to facilitation, what you see Dr. Espen do a lot, actually getting the crowd involved and having a we circle, not just an I talk and you listen. So it's a facilitation progress. So yeah, the Ultimate Speakers Masterclass, you have a workbook that you can work through. There's, I think, about 42 videos. So it's an all online program as well. And every 2 weeks, we have a support call with Dr. Espen or John Grant Harvey. So it changes every 2 weeks, where we just, again, have a hot seat and we brainstorm, and we get, what's the word in English? I'm just thinking. We get marked on our, so you have to do assessment.
Yeah.
To do assessments. And I think that's really the special part about it, where Dr. Espen and John Grant Harvey spend a lot of time, you know, watching our videos, assessing us, reading through our assessments, giving us pointers, pushing us to get better. So yeah, that's the Ultimate Speakers Masterclass, $4,995. And normally this program is supposed to last for a year, but at the moment I think we're extending it to 3 years, Dr. Espen. So you'll have access to the program, to Dr. Espen and John Grant Harvey for 3 years. And it's, yeah, one of the best speaking programs I've ever heard of. So if you feel called to speak and share your voice, your message with the world, this is definitely the one for you. Oh, the QAs. So these are our dates for this year, the rest of the year, and next year. 2-day Quantum Advanced programs. A lot of you probably have already been to one or have heard of them. So it's a 2-day full-on program where we start with yoga and then we go through our energy centers and unblock. The difference, I would say, to this program that you are doing right now, the online one, and the Quantum Advanced 2-day event is the energy. you are obviously in a room with, 50 to 100 people going through the emotions, going through the vibrations, and the energy in the room is just something I cannot ever describe. We usually have about 10 facilitators at these events as well that are holding space for you. And it's just something about that human to human connection that happens at these events that most people just, love. And more often than not, people stay in touch as well. And it builds this beautiful conscious family, this little tribe that supports each other and is here for each other. So the next event we have coming up will be in Sydney in November. And then we've got February in Cairns, if you want to come on a little holiday. When I did my Quantum Advanced program, I went down to the Gold Coast and I made a week holiday out of it. And I did the 2-day event, and just the rest of the time took my mom, took my best friend, took my other best friend, and Elaine. 5 of us just went and had a really lovely time. So if you're thinking about that, Cairns is a beautiful spot for that. We're coming back to the Gold Coast in April, and then back to Perth in May, and most probably back to Sydney or Melbourne in June. So these are our dates. The 2-day event is $1,995 for the 2 days.
I just wanted to speak a note on that. I don't have the link for that. So if you can just flick that in there later, Marcia, that'll be awesome, because the link that's there are to some event dates in the past, etc.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
so
you just select the city, and then that will be the future event in that city. But we'll
sweet ass. Just pop that link in whenever you've got it. I've got another link here, so thank you.
No problem. Yeah, and another really beautiful avenue with the company is quantum coaching. This is the first thing that I have done for myself when I went to the QA, and we had 2 beautiful quantum coaches up on stage. We had a little Q&A, and I just knew, wow, this will just change my life. So I've signed up for quantum coaching, for the 3 months coaching, with a beautiful quantum coach that has just completely supported me on my journey and been here for me and pulled me up on my when I go on my tantrums. And it's just that accountability. Once a week you're seeing your coach, they're there for you, they've got your back, but often as well they pick you up on things, and it's like, oh, is that really what's happening, or is that in your little world? It's really beautiful. And I've actually extended my quantum coaching for a year because I just wouldn't want to be without him. There's no way. So we do a 12-week quantum coaching. You've met quite a few of the coaches already. So we've got beautiful Tina with us today, Ethan, Carl, you've met, and Andrew. They are just unbelievable human beings and fantastic coaches. So I can only just highly recommend doing some quantum coaches with them. It's a nice way also for after doing the 8 weeks, if you kind of want to keep going, the quantum coaching is a really beautiful add-on to that for 12 weeks to work on each chakra on a deeper level, to just unblock more of that stuff and really bring out the best in you. Quantum coaching is $3,995 for 12 weeks. And yeah, we have a little bit of a special at the moment for you as well with the quantum upgrade. So the quantum upgrade is now, with the price structure, it's changing to $1,995 because we have been underselling our programs for a long time. But we will offer you a family and friends special today. If you have family and friends that want to do this program, or it would be good for them. So with the normal quantum upgrade link, you'll see the normal pricing, but at the bottom I've just added on a family and friends special for $995 if you feel like that's something that you would like to give to someone or support someone with. And yeah, that's pretty much that from me. I'm just so grateful and proud that you're all here, and I'm just looking forward to seeing you anywhere, whether it's in one of our programs or in a bar in Palm Cove like happened with Simone the other night. I'd absolutely love to give you a cuddle and have a chat. So that was really, really beautiful. Thank you for listening to me and for giving me this space, and I'll pass it back to Dr. Espen, thank you.
Yeah, can I get a round of applause for Marcia? You nailed it! Yoo-hoo! Well done. Thank you for sharing. I love putting our staff on the spot. Hey,
Oh, yeah,
Marcia,
you put me 5 minutes before the
how do you reckon she did, guys? Yeah, pretty good. Straight from the heart. This is what it is. This is that avenue. This is how it works. This is blah, blah, blah. Amazing. Thank you so much. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Thank you for sharing. So we just need that QA link, the new one, and the link to the family special for Quantum Upgrade. And it's a really special gift to give to someone, guys. You know, if you have someone that you love and you get a graduate special today, you can give it's a really good gift for Christmas, I would imagine. Imagine giving someone 8 weeks of conscious training. That's hopefully they'll say yes and actually do the work. You never know, but it's a good, very beautiful thing to share. So I love that, guys. I'm so grateful to be here with you. It's time to jump into some curriculum. I want to talk to you a little bit about basically what the number one thing is that blocks our opportunity to live in spirit, to live in the present and of the magic moment. So I give this honor to the incredible soul star, to that energy center that is above and beyond the 7 that we normally know, that we normally speak of, that we normally understand, that we normally quote, and that we normally, can comprehend. The 8th energy center is something really special, something really powerful, because it's actually the one that's above the body and ascends all the way into the heavens. And so before we get into it, before we wrap up this incredible 8 weeks that we've journeyed together, I want to check in with you. I've got a question for you. It's a very special question. I think you know where I might be going with this. And I'd like you not to answer this with your mouth or with your words only, but with your body and with your energy. So you'll see it on the screen in a moment. Before that, I'd like you to unmute yourself. This is the last time you have a chance to do this for now. So please feel free to unmute yourself. Try to get the neighbor's dog to go bark, bark, bark. No, it's not the questions yet, Marcia. Close. This is something a little bit different. Thank you. All right, so unmute yourselves now. Come on. I see a couple of muted brothers and sisters here. Here's the question. Big breath in, fill your lungs completely, and answer with your energy. Are you ready to go quantum? Yes or no?
Yes!
Yes! Gosh, you're beautiful. I miss you so much. How did that feel? Good?
Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah. Now the sounds are coming out. All right, friends. Love you all. That's the energy. Let's get into the incredible soul star. Okay, let me share my screen with you again. Have a look up on the screen. We go quantum and we understand this incredible journey of ascension. So now we're looking at pure enlightenment, ladies and gentlemen. The soul star, the soul embodied into the physical experience, is something that I truly do believe every person deserves. But I can tell you the absolute majority of the human experience, the majority of people being alive will not even know what that is. So this is, again, that soul star known as the Vipini, that 8th energy center, pure white light. And that energy can be drawn into the physical self. When as I say before, and I'll say it again, when the incredible higher self, the spirit and the soul with a capital S, integrates with the lower self with a small s, which is the body, the mind, and the emotion, in the heart, then we are living our quantum path. We're awakened. We're assimilating energy from below and from above, always into the heart. And see, when you grasp that, you're not just the body and the mind and the emotion. It becomes a very different experience. So again, as I spoke about before, the soul star chakra is directly related to living in the present time conscious moment. So if you look at your manual, it's on page 73, and I'll come to that a little bit later in regards to these questions, because the number one thing that blocks it is the illusion of time and space. So again, it's the illusion of time and space. Blocked by the illusion of time and space, because the soul is not bound by time or space. So the more you're bound by time, the more you're subordinate to time. I'm a high-performing soulpreneur, so this has been one of my greatest challenges, to not be bound by, what's the word I want to use? Not be bound by artificial time. Not to be bound by the illusion of space, aka separation. So when you begin to live in the magic of the moment, and you begin to see everything around you as same and not separate, you are living and you are one in spirit with your soul star. Then the 168 hours is not something that is anything but more and more awareness of breath. That's it. It's you being aware that you're aware of your breath more often. And as you do, you raise the vibration up to pure enlightenment, because enlightenment is embodiment, and embodiment of the higher self and the lower self is you. That is the epitome of God, the higher self, with the physical, the lower self, in a human experience. That is God expressed in human form. That is quantum consciousness expressed as itself, through itself, knowing itself, creating the path, creating a life by incredible design. If you have free will, you have free will, my friend. This is your life. Draw that soul star in. Create, design, and be, do, so you can have. So again, 168 hours is a gift. Every breath is a gift of life. The daily devotions is your practice. These are the steps that you've learned. These steps should be steps now. Pay close attention, please. These daily devotions, these weekly habits, this is your quantum blueprint. Your quantum blueprint to avoid the illusion of space and time. You're living in the present time conscious moment. So I'd like to share something that I wrote with you, I'll share something with you that I wrote a little while ago. And I wrote this on our website. And my team asked me to write a quick little blurb about what the soul star is and what this 8th area of life is, which is pure presence, and around what we do on the 8th week, which is now. So sit back, relax, and just enjoy. Week 8, the area of life is time and presence, directly related to our soul star chakra, 8, white 8, which is blocked by the illusion of time and space. In this, your last week of your quantum upgrade journey, you will learn how to master the art of living in PTC, present time consciousness. Why is that so important, you might ask? Because one of the hidden secrets to becoming a powerful manifester is to be anchored in the presence, the feeling of I am, which is our only true source of fulfillment and manifestation. When we are connected with presence, we create from a place of love, joy, enthusiasm, creativity, and gratitude. This is our abundant vibration. In the 8-week quantum upgrade, you will learn how gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership, and how present time consciousness and its manifestation differs vastly from the manifestation of the ego in some very, very important ways. When we manifest from ego, we tend to have a feeling of lack, fear, worry, or scarcity. In present time consciousness manifestation, we create from a feeling of abundance, rooted in the fullness and richness of the present moment, as I say, in spirit. When we manifest from ego, we rely on our personal willpower, 3 yellow 3 only. In present time consciousness manifestation, we are able to rely on the power of universal intelligence, that quantum field that I am, which is that I am, and personal willpower, 3 yellow 3 combined. You see, the universe loves to create. God and the quantum field loves to create, co-create with you. And when we learn how to consciously manifest in the magic of each moment, we become vehicles for creative, natural intelligence. This is what the final week of your 8-week quantum upgrade journey is all about. So again, are you ready to go quantum? Good, good. Ow! So this is so important to grasp, because this gives us a chance to lean in and to see really where we're being distracted, because there is no distance between you and this field. Okay? There's no distance. There never has been, never will be. The only thing is the belief and the separation, the belief of separation. But that's not the truth. So I'd like you to take a moment, 8:73, and before we answer these questions, these are real simple, basic questions. Your homework is doing the Wheel of Life. But before we answer these questions, there's 3 questions I must ask you. Marcia was ahead of us before. We'll pop it up again. Question number 1, you give your conscious mind full access and permission for you to draw out the truth of what you need to see in order for you to live in the present time conscious moment moving forward. Do you give your conscious mind that permission? Yes or no? Press that button, either yes or no. Beautiful. Here all the yeses are coming through. Well done. Keep them flowing. You must say yes if you wish to embark upon the next couple of questions. Well done, team. Second question, do you give your unconscious body, which includes your mind, the unconscious mind, full access and permission to really see what you need to see to be in the present moment, to be a masterful manifester? Yes or no? Do you give your unconscious body and your unconscious mind that permission today? Yes or no? Beautiful. And finally, number 3, do I have your permission to guide you into this experience? This is a real smooth one, a real easy one, but you still need to give me permission in order for you to see the truth of what's happening here. Do you give yourself that permission? Yes or no? Or do I have your permission? Yes or no? Beautiful. Thank you very much. Okay, when you're ready, team, please go to page number 73. And this says homework, but I'd like you to do it now. It's write down exactly what the last time you were aware of your breath. When was the last time you were aware of your breath? And that does not include this session. So from yesterday on before, when was the last time you were aware of your breath? So before you jumped on tonight, before you were aware of that tonight, how long was it? 3 days, 4 days, 7 days? 2 hours, 3 hours? Have a feeling to that. And again, now we're becoming aware that we are aware. If you want to make a side note, which I normally love to do, is I write down how many times I was aware of my breath yesterday. So write down how many times you were aware of your breath yesterday. So how many times were you aware that you were aware of your breath yesterday? Did you stop to meditate? Did you have a conversation with a friend and realize you were aware of your breath while you're talking to your friend? There should have been a lot more yesterday, as it was Sunday. Then perhaps it might be on Tuesday, Wednesday, because you're working. But then again, you must ask yourself the question, those days, how many times today was I aware of my breath? Thumbs up if this makes sense. Because if you don't measure it, how are you going to know if you're improving? So again, time is an illusion. So if you are to train yourself to live in the quantum potential, you are aware that you are aware of how many times you've been aware of your breath. I know this is a little bit complicated. Let me say it one more time. If you wish to live in natural time, if you wish to be a masterful manifester, if you wish to live in the present time conscious moment, you must be aware of how many times you were aware of your breath. Because if not, how do you compare? And when you do it enough and you repeat it, you reach the level of intelligence. And when you reach the level of intelligence, you're now living in natural time. And you're living one, connected in one with the soul star chakra of pure white light. Can I see a show of hands? Who remembers the meditation called the Journey to the Soul? A Journey to the Soul. That meditation, I'd like you to go back and revisit that meditation, because that meditation is a journey to the soul. That's what I'm talking about, which most people don't really get until they know this work a bit better. There's a lot of coding. There's a lot of light code in that meditation. There's a lot of unconscious little plugs that you don't pick up until you're aware of it. What a journey to the soul means, a journey to the soul start chakra. That's what the whole meditation is about. Learning to live in the present time conscious moment from that beautiful state. So please go back and review that. You can also find it on YouTube, called The Journey to the Soul 2.0. The first Journey to the Soul that I do is a live version that's also on YouTube, and that's version 1. It's just a big celebration at the end, which is also quite fun to do. And then the next question, which is very important, is this question: what will be your daily devotion, your practice to become aware of your breath on a regular basis? This is absolutely fundamental, guys. What will be your daily devotion? So again, I'm helping you complete the final piece of the 8-step blueprint. What will be your daily devotion practice? Qigong, Tai Chi, yoga, meditation, breath work. A journal at the end of every day, perhaps, where you write down how many times you think you were aware of your breath. What I used to do is I used to have a little notepad. I used to have it in my pocket, and every time I was aware that I was aware of my breath, I opened it up and I just draw a little line. And in the beginning, they only had like 6, 7 lines. And after a while, I started getting a bit pissed off because I was opening the book and doing this the whole time. But now I was aware that I was aware of my breath. Does that make sense? And I continued to be aware that I'm aware. I continued to applaud myself and give myself love and gratitude for the fact that I was practicing a number one, one of the key universal laws: present time consciousness, the only truth of reality. You can practice it. Does it make sense, guys? It's so bloody easy. Thumbs up if that makes sense. How many times today was I aware that I was aware of my breath? Well done. Awesome, legends. All right, let me check in with you guys. Let me see if there's any questions. We're going to keep going a little bit more. We're going to do an intro to the breath work. We're going to have an awesome little a welcome ceremony. We're going to have a little chat to John afterwards, our connection facilitated leader, one of the executives in the organization. Is going to share a bit about a special little event that he's planned for you guys on Wednesday if you want to come along, which is amazing. And then I'm also going to read you a poem because I have written a poem for you. And I'd like to finish our 8 weeks, or this step at least, with a poem that has been written for you guys. So if there's any questions, pop them in the chat section now. Are we able to rewatch the Hero's Journey webinar last Wednesday? Absolutely. Marcia, that's been uploaded. Do you know if that's been uploaded to the Kajabi already? It should be. I can double check. Let's check. It should be in your Kajabi, guys. And Marcia was away last week, but we have, it should be there. But if it's not there, it will be soon. Thanks for asking. Absolutely, Sharon. If there's any other questions, pop it in the chat section. We'll take those now before we jump into the breath work. Before we start raising our vibration through our breath. No questions. Good to go. All right. Well, if there's any questions coming through, I'll try and take them as we go along. Okay. So before we move further, can I see a show of hands? Who's been to the 2-day event before and done the breathing with us? Marcia, Ramona, Jen, Rosie, keep your hand up if you've been to the 2-day event. John Ganawan's there raising his hand. Awesome. Julie. Okay, awesome. Thanks, team. Can I get you to pop into the chat section what your experience was of the breathing? If you can put it in words. Just whatever that experience was for you in words. And I just want to speak to this. One of the main projects that we're working on in our company at the moment is to create not just guided meditations, but guided breathwork experiences. And it's a really big thing coming in the world. Marcia says mind-blowing. Ramona says, I did the 1 day. Absolutely. Tell us how the experience was. So Ramona did the breathwork facilitation training. Sublime, says Tina. And one of the things that we're going to be working a lot with is the breath. And we're going to be training facilitators. We do that in quantum facilitation, breathwork facilitation training. And our goal is to help more people become successful in their lives by learning to master breath and then teaching it to other people. So some of the things that you're going to see at the retreat, if you have a chance to come to the retreat, is that people are really starting to understand that this breath thing, it's like you hadn't really heard of it 10 years ago. Has anyone heard of a guy called Wim Hof? Raise your hand if you heard of Wim Hof. You hadn't heard of Wim Hof 10 years ago, right? I can't remember how long he was. No one knew about it. This ancient breathing that's been around for thousands of years in every single religion and tradition. Look at the yogic scriptures, etc. No one did it apart from some people that did yoga meditation. It was basically unheard of. Boom. I can tell you what, if you feel like breath work is something that you're passionate about and you've had those experiences, you might be one of the very first successful people in the world to become a masterful breathwork facilitator. Imagine if you did that for a living or as a side gig, as a solopreneur. I'll tell you right now, I'm jumping on this quickly because I know it's hidden secrets in the breath that the world doesn't know about. And imagine if we can help people awaken through breath. All right. Ramona says, very powerful and very nurturing. Was amazed and inspired to keep doing breath work. Awesome. Katrina says, are you doing another breath facilitation training? Yes, we will be doing that, and it'll be most likely around the day before we run the events. We are talking about doing a 3-day event at the moment instead of a 2-day event. So it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which we haven't raised the price yet, but still keeping it the same. And what we'll do then is we'll do the breathwork facilitation training probably at the end of the first day for those people who are part of that. We'll work it around the schedule and the rhythm. We'll see. So yes, we'll do another breathwork facilitation training. Awesome. Thanks for checking in. On that note, there's a really good guy on YouTube that does this at the moment. He's an English guy. If you go to YouTube and type in Soma Breath, S-O-M-A. I'll type it in for you guys. Soma Breath. He's got some really amazing stuff there. You can do that breath work for free. He's got a gratitude one, which is amazing. He's got a quantum awakening or quantum something rather one. It's pretty cool. So follow this guy if you like breath, and give yourself the gift that I gave myself this morning, which is half an hour of breath work and meditation on the beach while doing me. Okay. So simple, so powerful. Awesome. So what we're going to do, my friends, we'll do an intro to this breathing. Okay. Now, again, like I said, it's just an intro to the breathing. It's basically a teaser. If you've done the breath work before, you know where it can go and the power of this. And today is the introduction to quantum breathwork. And the reason why I call that an introduction is manifold. One, we're not in the same room, so I don't have the same duty of care. I can't provide the same duty of care to you. Two, you're actually in a space now where you're ready to learn about the breath, but you would want to be in the same room for you to have that quantum experience. So the intro will give you a little teaser. It's been proven through research now that the third eye, that incredible pineal gland that's at the middle of your head at the top of the brainstem, can and will secrete dimethyltryptamine, which is DMT. And that is the spirit molecule. That is what gives you an incredible out-of-body mystical experience when you do learn to master your breath. Okay, so really there's no need for external stimuli when you learn the breathing technique, because you'll be able to stimulate yourself in ways where you are one with God, one with the quantum field, just through your breath. Is that making sense to anyone? Okay, so basically all these external addictions start to fade off one by one as you recognize how powerful you are. So we'll do the intro, we'll do a quick experience on that. And then after that, we'll hand over to John, who's going to invite us to a special thing, and then we start wrapping it up slowly but surely. So again, the breath work, I want to just, we're going to ask the questions again. But before we ask the 3 questions, it's just important to be aware that I'm asking you not to do this breath work if you're pregnant, if you have any severe cardiovascular conditions. You can still do it, but I'm going to ask you to breathe twice as slow, or I should say half the speed. And so 1, if you're pregnant, you don't want to do this breath to the full if you're pregnant. 2, if you have any severe cardiovascular conditions, that is a recent stroke or a recent heart attack, etc. And 3, if you have any severe neurological conditions such as epilepsy and other things. If that's you, then please press no, as you don't give permission. Or you can, or if you want to, you can actually press yes, that you give yourself permission, but I'm asking you to breathe slower. Okay, hands up if that makes sense. Hands up if that makes sense, everyone. Awesome, thanks so much. And really, to be honest, we're only going to be going for 15 minutes. So in the breath, I mean, Carl Gustafsson, our master coach, was one of the very first in Australia to teach the Wim Hof breathing method, etc. One of the very first in our country. He's a good friend of Wim, and what I teach and what I've been teaching for probably just under 15 years now as a yoga teacher is different to that, but it leverages the same energy field. Yeah, it leverages the torus field, and it goes in through 1, out through 7, and back around. What happens then in fight or flight when you're stressed, blood and energy leaves the central nervous system and the chakras on all the vital organs and goes out to your arms so you can fight or you can flight. Does that make sense? Your life force loses its central power and gets distributed elsewhere for survival. It's not a good place to live. It's certainly not a good place to manifest from. But through the quantum breath work, the attention and intention goes back within, and you breathe through the chakras. So sometimes you begin to actually feel your fingers and toes cramp up. Make sense? It's very normal to feel this. It's actually a good sign. You don't want to push through too deep, but just be aware that that's when the energy is moving in the right place. Okay? So, but many of us won't experience that today because we're only going to go for 15 minutes. When 2 of the best breathwork specialists in Australia, I consulted with them when I started doing this work many years ago, they both said, in order for you to have a quantum experience, or they didn't call it that, they said an out-of-body mystical experience or something like that, you need to be breathing for at least 90 to 120 minutes. And that's what many people do, which I highly, highly, highly recommend. However, in our 2-day live experiences, such as many have spoken to already, we are able to enter the field in under 20 minutes. And most people don't really understand. And Carl Gustafsson, our master coach, the first time he experienced this, he was like quite blown away. He was like, how on earth? He's been teaching breath for so many years. How are we able to enter the field that quickly? And what we've come to see, Carl and I, through our research is that because we've laid the groundwork, we've fired and wired these pathways, we've spent time, energy, and money and devotion in removing blockages from every single energy center. You guys with me still? Then the energy is going to move a lot faster. There's less interference, there's less blockages, the pathways are laid, and if you continue to do this work, you'll be able to myelinate that and just pop. And then I'm going to ground you quickly from 8 all the way down to 1, or from, I call it 7 to 1, but it goes via the soul star back to 1, and we're going to ground back into the earth. So we're able to do this in 20 minutes when normally it takes 2 hours, and this is true. The reason why we do it is because you've done the work, and this may or may not happen for some of us. It certainly won't happen for many of us today because we're only going to go for about 15 minutes. But as you continue to do this work, you'll realize a brand new level of awareness. And so the 3 questions are on the screen again in a moment. Just check it in first. Do you give your conscious mind full access and permission in order for you to breathe in a rhythm with me for 15 minutes to experience and receive whatever that soul wants you to receive? Do you give your conscious mind that permission, yes or no? Beautiful, guys. Excellent work. Question number 2, do you give your unconscious body and mind full access and permission to receive and to have whatever needs to come through for you? To surrender fully to the process. To surrender fully to receiving tonight. Fully. Beautiful work. And finally, as you know, I must ask for your permission. Do I have your permission to guide you through 15 minutes of quantum breathwork introductory experience for you to see what lies on the other side of this 3-dimensional world? Do you give me full access and permission to guide you tonight? Yes or no? Beautiful. All right, friends. Well, let's get ready to breathe in a rhythm, shall we? Okay. So if you feel like lying down, you're more than welcome to lie down. If it's going to be an effort for you to sit up, then I suggest lying down. If you're able to sit up comfortably, then sit up comfortably. And we're going to be breathing in a rhythm. And I'll be using my fingers to keep the rhythm, and I'll be talking at the same time. So as I said, if you need to lie down and you don't need to see me, okay, you can just listen. But the most important thing is to listen to the rhythm of the beat. It's to fully listen to the rhythm of the beat. So you'll be breathing in the rhythm. Yes, Marcia, that'll be great. Actually, we can try, but actually, no, I don't think it's going to work, because when Marcia's got a new drum. When you used the drum last time, the vibration was so powerful that you couldn't even hear what I was saying. So this is part of the limitation that we have by doing it online. This is why we say, come to the live experience, dive into the field with us, and you'll get a little tingle/teaser today. So Marcia, I would love to say yes, but I don't think that's going to work. Thanks for checking in though. Great idea. So yeah, try and keep your cameras on. And try not to be too aware of anyone watching you, because it's only the facilitators, the coaches, the team, and I were here. Enjoy the experience. If you need any help, the quantum coaches are here for you. John Ganawan, our executive in the quantum facilitator team, our connection facilitator team, is here. Can you give us a wave, John? There's John, everyone. If you scroll across, see him. Beautiful man there in black. Down in Melbourne, we send you lots of love, brother. You're incredibly strong and powerful to be so loving and present and patient in the situation that you're going through. So thanks for being here with us. We have Tina with us today. Give us a wave, Tina. Tina, our quantum coach, is here. So she's here for you if you have any questions, if you're feeling stuck or anything like that. And Ethan is popping in and out as well. But here's the key. No matter what comes up, you're just going to surrender. Thumbs up if that's okay. So if you feel fear or discomfort, breathe into it, let your body go. Breathe deeper, let your body go. And breathe deeper and let your body go. So the key to this is not to breathe faster or slower, but to breathe in the rhythm. You guys hear the rhythm? Yes? So you're going to be breathing in that rhythm. We'll be starting a little slow. We'll go a bit faster. Then I'm going to take you back down again. If you want to go deep, you breathe deep. So again, you're going to breathe as much and as deep as possible. So when I say breathe in fully, I'm not talking about a third or 2/3. I'm talking about 100% of your lung capacity in the inhalation. So let's just try that first. Slight exhale. Just do a little slight exhale. And then spine straight. If you're lying down, that's fine. Big breath in, but breathe in as much as you absolutely can. And now exhale until it stops, and then squeeze out a little bit of that air. Okay, so that's how we're going to breathe. This is quantum breathing. So we breathe in and out through the nose, but you're also going to need to include a little bit of your mouth breathing, because you're not going to be able to breathe fast enough through the nose. So you focus on the nose, but you also use the mouth. So let's try this, everyone, together. Big breath in, full breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, so this is how we're going to be breathing. And after a little while, particularly if you haven't done this breath work before, the body will start to go, I'm feeling uncomfortable. It's like, then you just relax and enjoy it. And some of you will have a little bit of that. And then once you let go, you suddenly feel like you're drifting into another dimension. I call it coming home. And don't worry, we've done this with thousands of our students, and everyone has been fine, okay? In fact, most people have been more than fine. And as I say, and this is an inside joke, you kind of won't know it until you've been to the 2-day event or done the breathwork facilitation training. Don't worry, it's just a breathing exercise. So enjoy. When you're ready, my friends, if you're sitting comfortably, sit up nice and tall. If you're lying down, then get relaxed, get comfy. We're about to breathe in a rhythm. We're about to breathe for about 15 minutes. As I guide you into the field, I'll be pushing you a little bit. And at any time, please listen carefully, you can slow down your breath. If you reach a point where it's too much and you feel like, nah, this is just, I need to slow down, then you slow down. So you still breathe deep, but you breathe slower. So at any point in time, if I say, if you need to slow down, now you slow down, then you just slow down. Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. When you slow down your breathing, you'll start coming out of the experience, you start coming out of the field, into the physical body. And we'll have one, maybe two peaks, depending on how quickly you guys are assimilating energy and how fast it's raising or reducing itself. And at the peak, I'd like you to make a sound. So I'll say, if you're holding on to something, let it go now. And then you go, Wah! Just warrior mode. Just whatever comes through for you, let it go now. So try not to be too worried about other people in the house or anything like that. I'm sure they're already aware that you're doing some crazy stuff. And if you're really worried, then put a pillow next to your head, put that pillow over your face and scream at the top of your lungs. Then we're going to hit another peak, and then I'll say make your favorite sound. And it's very important that you now just make love to the field. Make love to the truth of who you are. Make love to God, to life, to whatever you want to call it, to consciousness. And just make your favorite sound. Wow! And then we're going to start slowing it down, and then I just want you to be still. That's when I'm going to ask you, Marcia, to play a very special song for us. The song I Am Light, when we start coming down into the body again. Thank you. And have a joyous experience. Now again, the two main things that you have to do is to trust and surrender. It's 15 minutes of breathing, my friends. So just do you by fully trusting and fully surrendering. Getting comfortable. Taking a big breath in through your nose. And a big breath out through your nose. Big breath in through your nose. And big breath out through your nose. Big breath in through your nose. Big breath out through your nose. Closing down your eyes. Let's go on a journey together into the field. Breathing deep. Breathe deeper. Surrendering to anything that you're holding on to. Feeling all the past wounds and traumas of whatever you've experienced in the past disappearing. Breathing even deeper. And just letting go, relaxing your body even more. Feeling fear gently creep up, but leaning into it. Letting go of it with every single breath. Take a big breath in, fill your lungs completely. Hold your breath, hold your breath, hold your breath, hold your breath. Exhale. And now we're going to start to slowly breathe in a rhythm. So very importantly, listen to my voice. Breathe in a rhythm. When you feel stuck, breathe more. If you want to go deeper, breathe deeper. And breathe in a rhythm. Here we go, everyone together. Slight exhale. And breathe in, out. In, out. In, out. Fully in, letting go. Fully in, letting go. Fully in, letting go. Fully in, letting go. Come on, deeper. Fully in, letting go. Beautiful. Fully in, letting go. Listen, in through 1, out through 7. In through 1, out through 7. Relax your body now. That's it. In through 1, out through 7. The torus field of quantum energy is flowing through you with every single breath. Heart open with every single breath. Now, fully in, letting go. Fully in, letting go. Breathe. Fully in, letting go. Fully in, letting go. Here we go. In through 1, out through 7. In through the root, out through the crown. Back around, in through 1, out through 7. It's spiraling up your spinal cord. You feel it. You've cleared the pathways. You are ascending with every single breath. Now breathe. You must breathe deeper. So all the way in, all the way out now. All the way in, more breath, all the way out now. All the way in and all the way out now. Have to breathe deeper than that. Come on. Much more breath than that. Let go of the body. Relax. Now feel the energy spiraling up. Tingling sensation at the top of your crown. This is quantum breathing. This is our GPS home. And out. Now listen. In through 1, out through 7. In through 1, out through 7. All the way in, all the way out. Fully in and then fully out. And then begin to play with that frequency. More importantly, surrender to all that arrives in your field, to a new frequency that is changing your vibration. It is leveling up your cellular structures, putting together the incredible potential of frequencies in your body, cells, organs, tissues. You must breathe deeper, all the way in, all the way out. That's it. Stay there and all the way out. Now we're talking. So you want to breathe that deep the whole time, that fast the whole time, that present the whole time, breathing the whole time. So you're now reconnecting your higher self, the big capital S, with the lower self, body, mind, and emotion in every single breath. Let go, trust, surrender deeper. If you have any tension in your body, now's the time to let it go. Let it go and just breathe and feel. Whatever you're achieving, that's exactly what you need. Just breathe into the feeling. Deeper now. In through 1, out through 7. Come on. In through 1, out through 7. Now let go. Surrender more. And just allow yourself to receive whatever the field is trying to share with you. The interference has been pulled back. You are present time conscious with your breath. Breathing even deeper. 5 minutes in, you must breathe deeper. Surrender to holding on. Let it go and fully in, all the way out. Fully in, all the way out. If you experience tingling sensations, it's working. Tingling sensations, it's working. So breathing deeper, surrendering to anything you're holding on to, and must breathe even deeper. All the way in, all the way out. All the way in, all the way out. Your chest is lifting. I can see you on the screen. Breathe, breathe deeper. You are still in the warm-up, still in the safe zone. Just trust and surrender. If you're yawning, it's working. If you're feeling emotional, it's working. You're activating the limbic parts of your brain and reconnecting the higher self with the body and the mind and the emotion with every single breath. Quantum breathing going home. In through 1, out through 7. 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 Listen, in through 1, out through 7. In through 1, out through 7. Now we're going to slow it down a little bit. Stay with the breath, and I want you to breathe even deeper. Slowing down for the first peak. But breathe deeper. If you slow down, now you slow down, that's fine, but you must breathe even deeper. Now listen, we're going to keep breathing as deep and as much as possible. And on the count of 3, you're going to make your sound of letting go. That's the sound, whatever primal scream you need to let go, letting go fully. And I mean fully. So now prepare yourself to fully let go, but you're still breathing in the rhythm. You're still breathing in the rhythm. You're still breathing in the rhythm. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Make your sound and let it go now. Go, go, go. And just let it go. You're holding on still. I can see you. Take a big breath in and scream and let it go. Let it go now. Last chance. Go! That's beautiful. Now listen. Come back and listen to the rhythm. In through 1, out through 7. In through 1, out through 7. In through 1, out through 7. We're breathing slower now, but stay with the breath. If you need any help, pop it in the chat section. The coaches are here for you. This is just a breathing exercise. We have 1 more climax to go. Already halfway through. It's time for you to lean in. It's only a 15-minute breathing exercise, so trust. Here we go. Fully in, all the way out. Fully in, all the way out. A little bit slower, see? Fully in, all the way out. In through 1, out through 7. But if we're breathing slower, you have to breathe deeper. You have to breathe more. Last chance. If you need to slow down, now you slow down. If you want to come out, now you simply start breathing on your own. But if not, if you want to go into the field, if you want to join me into that divine experience, it's time for you to surrender, because the feeling is the healing. And here we go. It's our last chance to climax, to have that dimethyltryptamine secretion from the third eye pineal as we receive the messages from universe itself. Here we go. In through 1, now out through 7. In through 1, now out through 7. Breathing deeper and letting go. And breathing fully and letting go. Here we go. In through the root, out through the crown. Feeling that torus energy expanding your field, raising vibration. The body goes out of the field, not the other way around, ladies and gentlemen. If you want a quantum healing, you do quantum breathing. Here we go. In through 1, out through 7. In through 1, out through 7. In through 1. You must breathe deeper. In through 1. More breath. More breath. This is your life. Come on. You've got to feel it now. You can feel it. I can see you can feel it. There's a light around you. We are starting to slowly but surely entering the field, ladies and gentlemen. So now is the time for you to breathe deeper. We're getting closer to the second climax. So here we go. In through 1, now out through 7. Feel it. In through 1, expand it, out through 7. In through the root and out through the crown. Back around, in through the root and out through the crown. Ascension. This is what we do. This is our breath. This is our life. This is you. Now dance with it. Become one with it. Play with it. You are it. There's no separation between you and this beautiful field. You are this field with every single breath. Now, with the last of what you've got, in through 1, now out through 7. In through 1, now out through 7. In through 1, now out through 7. You have to breathe in the rhythm as much as you can. Here we go. Fully in and letting go. And fully in and letting go. And fully in and letting go. Now, trust and let go. Fully surrender. Fully in and letting go. This is breathing. Fully in. Come on. Let it go. Yeah. Fully in. Let it go. I want you to breathe as much and as deep and as powerfully as possible. Here we go now. In through 1. Out through 7. In through 1. Out through 7. Faster. In through 1. Out through 7. 60 seconds to the final climax. If you need to slow down, now you slow down. If not, breathe deeper. Here we go. In through 1. Out through 7. In through 1. Out through 7. Deeper. In through 1. Out through 7. In through 1. Out through 7. Come on. In through 1. Out through 7. All the way in. Out through 7. All the way in. Out through 7. Here we go. All the way in. Yep. Out through 7. Breathe deeper. Feel the tingling in your body. You're going home just for a little bit and you come back. Breathing in through 1. Out through 7. 20 seconds. Last chance. In through 1. Out through 7. Deeper. In through 1. Out through 7. In through 1. Out through 7. Come on. In through 1. Last chance. 3 breaths. Deeper. 2 breaths. Deeper. 1 breath. Fully in, fully in, fully in. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Hold it as long as you can. Squeeze the bottom. Move the energy up the spine, through the heart, all the way up to the crown, and feel it sitting right at the top of your scalp. Hold it as long as you can. And when you can't hold your breath anymore, you breathe out. Hold as long as you can, then you breathe out and you feel the energy flow up through the crown, and then just receive. And fully relax. Fully relax. And feel it. And surrender to it. Become one again with it. And just dance with it, make love to it, surrender to it, relax. You're held, you're safe. And you are so beautiful. And you are so, so loved. Taking note on any messages coming through for you. And take a moment to feel your body, to perhaps slightly wiggle your fingers and toes as you slowly arrive back into your physical form. In this body, but not of this body. In this physical world, but not of this physical world. Aware that we are aware. Aware that we have remembered. Aware that we are home in every single breath. Still aware that we are aware of our breath. Put a beautiful smile on your face. Yay, you did it. Maybe it was a comfortable experience. Maybe it was an uncomfortable experience as part of your journey from fear to love. For many of us, it starts with an uncomfortable experience. And as we do this work, we know that that fear is not real. And it begins to slowly dissolve. So as we slowly come back, still keeping our eyes closed, we'll play just a little bit of one song. And just take a moment to listen to relax and to fully receive. Receive.
Things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light. I'm not the mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that caused me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. 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 Yeah. I am light, I am light. I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside is all light. All light. Oh, light, yeah, oh, light. I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light.
I'm still letting go. I'm still receiving.
I am divinity defined. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light.
And when you're ready, if you would like to join me, please place your hands in prayer in front of your third eye. And if you should wish to do so, feel free to repeat after me. I know you. Thank you. I love you. And with your hands in prayer in front of your lips, I speak you. Thank you. I love you. And with your hands in prayer in front of your powerful beating heart, I am you. Thank you. I love you. And together we say, Namaste. Well done, team. Oh my gosh, look at you. Where did you go? Some of you on the floor, some of you are sitting up, some of you are breathing, some of you are crying, some of you are laughing. How so beautiful you are. Yeah, well done. Ah, beautiful you. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. And is it still okay that whatever came through for us is what we needed to receive? Raise your hand if you're okay with that. Yes. Beautiful. The feeling is the healing, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot control what messages God or the quantum field wants us to experience, but we can just surrender to that, which is to raise our frequency and to be ready to receive what we need to receive to become more of what we already are. So again, this, yeah, Michael's on fire. Awesome. Well done. And this breath work, ladies and gentlemen, is, as I said, it's really a big part of what's coming in the future. It's going to be one of the main tools, I believe, to help awaken humanity again. And so far, it's almost unheard of by the most people. So again, at the Conscious Enterprise Retreat and the Business Success Formation Program, Exciting Ultimate Speaker Masterclass, you learn how to create something out of what you're learning here and make it yours, tailor it, make it unique, make it special, and then take it to the world as a light worker. Take it to the people that don't know that they have the power inside their breath. So simple. We all have it with every single breath. So I'd like to take this opportunity to hand over to John Gunawan, who was breathing with us. Looks like he had some tears there, bro. he's doing good. John Gunawan is our Chief Connection Facilitator. He's been part of our family for a long time now. He's one of the guys in the organization that I look to for innovation. To constantly ask, how do we serve better? How do we serve more people? He's constantly sharing ideas, and I hope that he feels that I'm able to innovate with him fast enough, as we are always looking to serve at another level. And if it's one thing that I know, it's the heart that this man shares and has is incredible. And I'm so grateful for you to be with us, John. Thanks so much, bro.
Thanks very much, Espen. I'm going to struggle to speak now after that exercise, to be honest.
Let me know if you need any help. I
had a lot of things to say, but I'm not sure if I can say it now. Like that exercise and that song, like for anybody who's been at QA, it's just an explosion. You can speak for a few more minutes, Espen. Just let me compose myself.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, for sure. This is what I'm talking about. Can you guys feel that heart? Yes, that's exactly. It's incredible. So John is going to quickly share with us, and it was his idea today, actually, to offer an extra bonus session. We've never done this before. We always wrap it up after this session today, but he felt like it would be useful for everyone to connect once again, to gather in a bit of a family gathering, and to be able to share your story, to ask questions, to go through any part of the curriculum that doesn't make sense, and to really set your path for what's coming ahead. So John put his hand up today and said, hey, if you want to, I'll run an extra session. It'll be on Wednesday, 6 o'clock. Is that right, John?
I got it now, Espen. I'll take over. Thanks very much. I just needed a little moment, because seriously, like within a QA particularly, having everybody share that in the same room, it's quite extraordinary. Like, I'm not sure what people felt there. It's hard to see. I did have a sneak peek, but it just opens my heart. I'm going to try and get in my head just a little bit to compose myself. So apologies about the voice, but I'll just talk for a moment, because what Espen, he's done here is created a kind of an ecosystem of support and growth, and including in that is I guess our team, my team, the connection facilitators or life changers. And we're really here to support you guys, because oftentimes, in your group events, whether it's a quantum upgrade, whether it's a quantum advance, whether it's in a retreat, whether it's in business success automation, whether it's in Ultimate Speakers Masterclass, whether it's in any of these programs, that there's points in the time where certain things will come to you. And that they may come to you in terms of inspiration, which is fantastic. They may also come to you in terms of questions, maybe confusion, maybe frustration. All of these things are really messages. You know, and my job, the job of the team, the job of the coaches as well, you know, Tina and the quantum coaches, is to maybe hear what these messages are in different ways. And a lot of the times it's a beautiful, beautiful privilege to be on that path to maybe ask questions back, to help search, to help find, and those answers, you know, absolutely change lives. And, you know, people on this call, I'm actually looking at these names. It's a small group tonight, as opposed to, you know, several hundreds, which Espen has had before. So you're, you know, incredibly privileged to have everybody on one screen almost, and you know, Espen looking over everybody the whole time potentially. And yeah, Robin, who spoke today, you know, congratulations, speaking up, and she is an incredible artist. Robin, I'm not sure if you realise, I can't remember who it was, but somebody asked for you to share your website, right? I'm not sure if you saw. I didn't see you respond in that chat, but people are asking. Great to put yourself out there and see where that goes. You know, Robin's now following up with other programs. You know, Helen, I just lost her on the screen, but she's here somewhere. Is just on the mission for this part in her life to do her. You know, Ramona speaking to her tomorrow night, and Diane Marsh, can't find your contact details. Please type it in the chat. Looking to contact you, sent you an email, but don't know how to find you. So really the invitation is there, you know, for everybody, whether it's about, you know, confusion about what's the next step, you know, is this program right for me, you know, where do we head, you know, that's the invitation. And you would have seen Marcia post it out, you know, for more info. So two things. Two things is one, please type in the chat, you know, if you haven't already, or you want to speak, you know, one-on-one to one of the team who will, you know, arrange a time to call and meet you where you're at, right? And it's a gift both ways, totally. It's a gift both ways, whether it's about a program, whether it's about this program, or whether it's about you, or it's about feedback. It's really the time to find out, because, you know, you don't want to lose this momentum of going through 8 weeks of firing and wiring, you know, different neuro connections, breaking through, having new awareness and new confusions. Like it's never an arrival. It's all about the journey and perfection, just one step further. So two things here. One, please, like in the chat right now, or, you know, whatever, just write, give me a call, or call me, or something like that, and we'll arrange that. Something as simple as that.
I have a poll up there as well.
You had a poll up there.
Yeah, for all the different programs, so people can click on that and get a call from you.
Perfect. And the second thing is, look, it's really important. And again, what you've got here, you know, eight weeks to journey together, is a community connection. You know, you've shared things which maybe, you know, it's difficult to share with other people. You've found things about yourself, and other people have found things about themselves. So what Espen was talking about is this Wednesday. I know everybody's time's valuable, but really what we want to do is give a time to share, to come, to reflect, to learn, to search. Right. So that's what we'll be doing. And you know, as you've been going over this last 8 weeks, you've been gathering tools of various nature, and we'll also be sharing some advanced tools, ones which maybe, you know, we ran out of time or couldn't quite put into this 8 weeks, and these are, you know, again, game changers. So just by a show of hands, can I just see who is available this Wednesday to come at 6 o'clock Queensland time, 7 o'clock daylight savings time. So come along, because this will anchor in. You know, when you declare, when you share, when you search, you know, things shift. And I believe firmly that everybody I meet, I've either got a message for them or they've got a message for me. You know, and if you come with that intention, you know, one of you is going to ask a question, and somebody else is going to have an answer, or an insight, or a connection, or something's going to happen. So come open. We'll send out an invite link. We'll arrange that. So look out and book in that time in your calendar. And the next chapter just begins. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Can I get a round of applause for this beautiful man? You. Thank you so much. And thank you for offering that session. I know it's been many times, and I can say this with complete honesty, it's been many times where John has helped me find solutions in my life. Many times. So this session is certainly priceless. Thanks, John. Thanks for offering that, and thank you for being here with us and for breathing with us today. And you see how deep he went that fast. He's been doing the work for a while. He's cleared a lot of energy, so he's able to assimilate that energy faster. We can enter the field pretty quickly. 15 minutes. Actually, I'll show you. It wasn't 15 minutes. My apologies.
I'll just say 12 minutes. Yeah. So yeah, that is the time of the Ultimate Speakers Masterclass. So look, if there are people in that program, we'll speak directly and you know, potentially find another solution. Thank you.
Awesome. Good call. Good call. All right. Marcia, is there anything you want to add before I start wrapping up?
The only thing I can think of is really that we would love to hear your success stories. So the reason that you are here today is probably because someone has told you about this program, someone had a beautiful experience, or you've seen on the website what people think about this program. So if you feel called to share, we can do that at the end of this session. So we can just stay back and pretty much if you want to just let us know how the program was for you, what your biggest takeaway was, and maybe, you know, how you felt when you started the program and where you're at now. We've just been looking through our testimonials or our success stories from the live event, and we cry all the time. The tears we shed, hey, Espen and John, were just like constant.
It's incredible.
And
if I may add, we'd love to add your story to our own receivership, so we can watch your story, remember how beautifully and bravely you journeyed, and we can laugh and cry at your incredible ascension and healing. So if you want to share your story with Marcia afterwards, it'll be an honor for us to hear that from you, because we really put everything into this, you know. So it'll be beautiful if we can remember and share your story with other people as to what's possible. Yeah. Thanks, Marcia. So hang out with Marcia after I hop off if you feel like sharing your story. And I'd really say again, sharing is caring. You know, many of you wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for other people sharing. So you can give that gift to other people as well. It's really a beautiful thing to do. So what I'd like to do is to just a quick also remind you, there is a graduation certificate. Is that in the email, Marcia? Yep, it's in the email. So check your emails, guys. There's a graduation certificate. You've graduated! Yeah! You better celebrate. You've done you for 8 weeks, and gosh, life will never be the same. I'm so honored to have journeyed this time with you. So what you do is you find your graduation certificate, you download it, you print it out. I would anyway if I was you. You write your name in there and put it up on a frame. And every time you see this, the graduation certificate, you'll be reminded of all the 8 weeks, all the lessons, all the teachings, the breath. If all it does, this graduation certificate, is to remind you of the incredible work that you've done, to remind you of your breath, it's going to be worth it. So what I'd like to do before I hop off is just, before I read you a poem, it's just to tell you how grateful I am for you. That's for each and every single one of you. That's all of our team. It's John, Marcia, Tina, Ethan, our quantum coaches, everyone here, all of you, all of our students, our new family now. For those of you who are part of the team, Brendan, thank you so much for your incredible love, your beauty, for your wisdom. And to everyone that has journeyed over the last 8 weeks, it's been such an honor to be able to sit and hold space for you, to cry with you and to laugh with you and to push you and to see you evolve. And again, I trust that you see within us that we're not trying to come across as too, pitching all the time, but we know the power of this path. And we know that there are people out there looking for different solutions in different ways. And I hope that you've had can I see a show of hands? Don't raise your hand if this is not what you feel, but feel your hand. Please raise your hand and feel your hand too, for that matter. Please raise your hand if you feel like this program has been life-changing in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. That's really why we do what we do. We know that, this is our gift. This is our opportunity to serve, and we can't, do this without you guys. If you weren't here, we wouldn't have been doing what we're doing. So really all of this and all of us are here because of you. So thank you so much. I honor you. And I think I speak on behalf of all the team when I say all of us loves all of you so much. And we're so grateful for you. And so I'd like to take this moment to read you a little poem that I wrote a little while ago. And it's a poem that I share with our graduates, and that is you. And it's simply a poem that I think allows me to really wrap everything up. I write poems for those who I love, and you're certainly part of the family. So if you don't mind, sit back, relax, and let me just guide you through some words from me to you. This one's called The New Quantum You. As a quantum family, we are gathered here today as a collective consciousness expressed in our very own unique way. Though we're all different physical values, different dreams and a purpose, we are all children of God underneath the surface. As a quantum being, your heart now beats warm as your true spirit is expressed from vibration into form. These 8 weeks is the start of bringing to the surface your dreams, your vision, your mission, and your purpose. Remember, though, that in the darkest hour, when the low vibration of fear comes on, ask this one simple question: how would love respond? There's no time to play small. The world needs your guidance. It needs your love, your presence, your leadership, and your kindness. So keep doing this work, brothers and sisters, and remember your why. As we come together as a family, open our wings and fly. Every day, with every breath and every heartbeat is not mundane. For with every being you love, an eternal ripple will remain. We hope to see you back, reinvesting in you, for this precious gift of life is too short not to live a life that is true. Remember to practice what you preach and always lead by example, for your faith and devotion holds the key to being authentic and ample. My dear quantum brothers and sisters, you are part of a family now, governed by the very principles above, the principles of awareness, presence, and gratitude and love. For you are not mediocrity, nor are you a part of the norm. You are a true quantum spirit expressed in your very own unique form. You are incredible, and you are deeply, deeply loved. Don't you ever forget that. Thank you so much for walking this path with us. All of us loves all of you so much. Thank you so much. So without further ado, maybe we'd take a couple of minutes just to unmute ourselves and say bye to me. You'll be hanging out with John. Will stay behind for a little bit. Marcia will stay behind if you want to share some stories. But if you want to say goodbye for now, I'll be here for another couple of minutes.
Dr. Espen.
That was
Awesome,
beautiful.
mate. Great poem. Love that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I did too. I love it. Thank you for everything, Dr.
Beautiful,
Espen.
beautiful poem.
Love your leadership, bro. Brilliant leadership. Love your work.
The most beautiful and personalised course I've ever done. Beautiful energy from all the team. Thank you so much. Really, really special. I've done lots of courses. Really special one. Thank you so much. Thanks to everyone who's here. It's beautiful.
Okay, this is a big hug, yeah? It's like hugging through.
Yeah, big
All
hug.
right.
Dr. Espen, it was life changing for me. I've enjoyed every moment, and it's made isolation absolutely a pleasure. We haven't been able to go or do anything, and this has just been a life send for me and my husband too. So thank you so much, and to beautiful Marcia and all of the coaches and all the lovely people that have been here. You've all inspired me one way or another. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I love you, everyone, and I'm going to miss you until I see you again. So I'm honored. I really am honored, and again to invite you into the family. You know, John and Marcia and the coaches are all part of this, the team, and you know, chances are you'll be one day too. Who knows? But we are going global. It's about to go big. We've had the time to prepare ourselves and to get ready. We've gone through the trials and the tribulations and the challenges, and we've come out on top. And we are certainly deepening our devotion to the presence of what the truth is, that this is not us, that we are simply here to facilitate that universal truth that is. And we can humble ourselves through that journey, and we are here to tell you that we are going big, and we believe that we're here to make a big difference on this earth. And thank you for being part of this with us, and yeah, looking forward to seeing you all again. Thank you so much for your time.
I hope to see you here in Melbourne, Dr. Espen. Come to Melbourne.
It's coming.
Come to Melbourne.
It's
we
coming.
need you. We need all that energy. We need all of the vibrations. We need all of that love in Melbourne.
Yeah, I'm honored and very grateful to be back in Melbourne. Some of the most incredible experiences have been down there. So as soon as we're able to come, we will, and we'll reach out. Check your emails, guys. We'll send emails with announcements of where we're going and what's happening. And we call upon you to share the message with as many people as you can, so we can fill the room and get this to more people. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Certainly.
Look forward to meeting you in person. Thanks.
Me too. Love you guys. Thank you. Stay behind if you want to share your story. Love you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, bye.
See you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mwah.
Thank you.
Bye. Hi, beautifuls.
Who wants to go?
I almost feel guilty of having so much fun in isolation.
Get out.
Well, no one has to go. So we are absolutely loving your shares. And if someone would like to do a little share, that would be absolutely lovely. And yeah, just putting it out there. Who would like to talk about their experience and is happy to share that with the rest of the world? Helen's got her hand up. Yay.
Hello, how are you?
Good, darling. So what I'll just ask if everyone can just quickly mute themselves while Helen is speaking. And then, yeah, whoever would like to share next, that would be beautiful. But we really, really appreciate and anyone that's happy to share their journey with us. That's just absolutely fantastic. So
Thank you, Marcia. I'm very lucky because I live in Brisbane, and I came across Dr. Espen. One of my neighbours asked me to go and see him about my spine, and little did I know that I was going to be doing this. I went to see Dr. Espen. I'm in my 7th week. I was a very broken human being. I didn't want to live. I couldn't see any reason for living. I didn't really want to hear anything positive about anybody else's life because I just couldn't really see any purpose. And Dr. Espen was the first person in my corner, and he said, you have the power to turn this around. You know, you don't have to be walking with a walking stick, you know. So I'm so grateful to have experienced such an amazing person who has built up other amazing people around him, like all you guys. And I don't feel like this is a generated genetic situation that we're in. I think this is a very, very special person who's reaching out to other people and anybody that wants to listen to Dr. Espen and his message, which is the power is within you to change everything from the deepest, darkest moment. And Marcia, you've been there. I heard your story. I would love to meet your mother. I haven't met many people who've lost children, adult children. There's no groups out there for people like me. There's nothing. There's nothing. And if there was a group, I feel that it would just be about being patted on the head and say all the right things, like, oh well, you know, things will get better, and I know how you feel, and I've been through that myself. You know, I lost someone. You know, unless you've lost a daughter or a son, you have no idea what you're talking about. That's why when I saw Dr. Espen's little spiel about him losing his brother and his daughter and his sister being born disabled, I knew that he would be on the same page, because even with his mother and knowing what she went through and living through that experience from son to mother, because I worry about my son, who is also only 25, although he's doing very well. But I just want to say I'm going to be doing every one of these courses, and I want to meet everybody eventually. And from the absolute heart, I can't thank you enough. I feel human again. And I feel like for the first time, I think I've probably more love now than I've ever felt before. So thank you. Thank you. That's my story.
Wow. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Helen. Wow.
There's not a lot you can say, really.
No.
But anyway.
Wow. Thank you.
Am I the only one here?
No. We're just all speechless.
Please put somebody else on.
Thank you so much for.
That was lovely, Helen.
Helen, you left us speechless, Helen. Speechless.
What can you say? You can't say
No.
Thank you.
I can't explain it. Words, you know, there's one thing I've just written down here. How would love respond? And I used to write music, but I don't write music anymore because I can't even sing without crying. So I'm going to write a song now. I'm giving that challenge. How would love respond? So I'm going to write a song called How Would Love.
Oh, wow.
Love it. Go for it.
I'm going to
share it in the Facebook group and send it to events.
Yeah, I'm all these sentences that I've been writing down on all these bits of paper, and I feel like I've got it again. It's like I feel like I've got that desire to create, or I can't explain it. I've had to.
Helen's got her groove back. You got your groove back.
Well, I'm not quite there yet, Brandon, but I'm getting there.
Sounds like it. Feels like we're getting there.
That's beautiful. Absolutely.
So happy for you, Helen. Oh,
Thanks.
wow. Thank you. Oh, who's brave enough to share after that one? Brandon.
Come on, guys.
Katrina, beautiful. I'll just get everyone to mute themselves, and we will have beautiful Katrina on the big screen. Thank you so much, darling.
I'm going to go next, and I'm not where Helen is, but just that was so, so beautiful, Helen, and inspiring for me, and as it was for others, but all for our own reasons. But I just wanted to say I didn't have, you know, the big breakthrough that maybe I was hoping, you know, when I did this course. But as I just said before, when Dr. Espen was still here, I've just never participated, you know, especially online situation in a group, a program with such a high level person, which was so personalized and extra, 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 just so much love and authenticity, just really comes across so strongly. And I don't want to leave. I'm just, I can so see how people just, you know, keep going. And there's other things that I've joined and, you know, dropped in on. I do lots of different things, but I never really had that feeling so strongly before of, I don't want to leave, you know, this community. So it's pretty special. And I'm just seeing, you know, this is going to be massive, you know, you guys, and he's going, like, you can just see, it's just, and I had some beautiful breakthroughs with things for me along the way, especially in the earlier sessions. And then the throat chakra had, I think, a really big one with the throat chakra, with an ongoing issue. On some levels, I'm still in the pit. So, but I don't, but I feel like I may be floating above it a little bit more now. There's a sense of detachedness, and that's something in itself. Yeah, so I see shifts, sort of hard to articulate, because it is, it feels like on a real energetic level, I feel shifts and not so much significant things, but yeah, very, very grateful. And each time I come, you know, I'm tired, it's the end of the day, single mum, and my daughter's there, and I'm sort of juggling, and but every time I'm just so grateful that I came, and just, yeah, really appreciate it, and such a beautiful team. Thank you so much. And Marsha, you're just gorgeous. Beautiful face, they're just beautiful, so heartfelt, and people so genuine. All of you, everyone's so genuine. It's very authentic, it's very special. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh, it's such a privilege to just be here with you all and spend this time with you, and thank you for these beautiful shares. Thank you. Who else feels inspired to share their story with the family? I know that Brandon had his microphone off earlier. I was like, oh, Brandon, are you going to do a little share?
Sure, why not? I've just been inspired by everyone's depth of sharing it, authenticity, and just been, I've actually had the privilege to have a few conversations with Helen as well over these last few weeks, and you know, even that has been a real blessing as well. And I'm just finding that the people that are in this community, that there's a certain synchronicity and a certain maybe a meaning behind these connections that is really powerful. Actually, it's just interesting when, I guess, the vibrations of certain people attract each other into each other's lives to create these shifts together. There's a powerful momentum in this synergy, I find. So I even getting to connect with John Gunawan regularly, and I'm quite close with John Harvey. I'm living in Bali, and I've been a brother of his for a few years now. So it's just interesting, all these kind of pieces moving together at this really key moment in time. And I'm just feeling the shifts that needed to happen. So I'm a bit kind of in Katrina's thing, like not a major like life altering shift, but like a lot of beautiful awareness of like patterns of self-worth is equal to, you know, net worth, and my values, and you know, going into the pit and finding the purpose, just things that are really useful in my own hero's journey. And just feeling the energy is flowing better. I was with my another community I'm part of on Sunday night singing songs, and I was playing guitar and singing. I could just feel the freedom and the flow and the creative spirit, just like being able to just tap into that without the blocks, and spontaneous lyrics are coming, and just, you know, just creating music on the fly. And it just, what is that? You know, you're removing the blocks that would maybe get you in your head. Oh, you know, what am I going to say, this and that, and just, you know, removing the fear and just trusting that the words will come is really sort of just an interesting process to be open to. Yeah, that's, I can, when Espen is sharing about this bigger vision, I can feel my spirit get stirred up into that kind of bigger, yes, we will make a big impact. Yes, we will all play a part. Yes, each of us will bring our unique value into that. And there's going to be a lot more to come because this is what we're here for. So I felt a deep resonance with his sharing in that. And I think all of us here have some part to play in that, obviously, right? So I'm just getting more clear on what my part is, but I'm enjoying the process as well. Other than that, that's what I'd like to share. It's been a blessing to be part of this group and just to be part of this community as well. And look, I've only been connected with Espen for a short amount of time and his team. So, you know, let's see what's next.
Yay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, Brandon, amazing.
Thank you, Brendan. So nice to have you on the team.
Yeah, cool. Happy to be here.
Rosetta, I'm gonna ask you if you'd like to do a little share, because we had such a beautiful conversation this morning, and you've just opened my heart so much with your words. And yeah, if you'd like to share a little bit about your journey, I would so love that. I just have to unmute you quickly, darling. Can't hear you yet. Not yet. I think there should be a button.
Can you hear me?
No.
Can you hear me? I don't know. Am I on?
Yeah. You are on. The microphone is yours.
Well, I've been fortunate enough I feel like I know most of you. We've had a little chat room and it's just been such a privilege. It really has. I've actually been going through, there's quite a lot of stuff happening apart from COVID, but our daughter was diagnosed with lymphoma, which took, you know, my whole world changed when that happened. So I can really relate to Helen so much, even though I don't know exactly Helen, but just the thought of losing a daughter. And my daughter is my light and she's my life and she's just a ray of sunshine all her life. She's just a really beautiful soul and she's very connected to spirit, and she's actually my mentor. But anyway, when she was diagnosed, it was just like so life-changing. So I was really, really strong for her for a long time. And meantime, I was looking after my elderly mum as well. So I was looking after both of them. But then 2 years ago, I got very sick. And so now I'm in recovery and I'm staying on track to stay really, really well and positive. This course has come along at just, a lovely time when we are just, as I said, in isolation. And it's just helped me in many ways. And like Robin, I'm an artist too, Robin, and life gets in the way. But since I've been in lockdown, I've done one painting every day, if not two. I do sacred icon paintings as well, so I'm very spiritual in that way. So I am very blessed because I've got a wonderful husband, a wonderful family, but just wanting my family to stay well. But as I was getting back to my daughter and my son too, I've asked Marcia today if there was going to be such a thing as, because I've been trying to share with them what I've been doing in the 8 weeks, and they're so happy for me. And I'd like to gift them this course because I know that they would benefit from this as well. So, because I think that even though my children are very positive thinking, but we all need to be reminded, we all need to be coached, we all need to help ourselves when we get stuck, when we get in the pit. Even though I've had to be strong for so long, I've been working full time for 30 years, like I've mentioned, so I'm in retirement. but I rediscovered myself, and I take tours to Florence every year on art tours, which is just wonderful. But always trying to find that motivation to stay positive, be strong for my family, be strong for everybody. Sometimes, you know, I'm always searching for that inner strength myself. So this has been lovely, and to have this and to be just enlightened, and hopefully, you know, my children will also benefit from meeting such a wonderful person like Dr. Espen, and all of the coaches. You're all having beautiful stories, and no doubt that most of us, we all have deep challenges in our life, but a platform like this, I never thought I would be Zooming and doing something like this, but it's been very powerful, and it's been a real gift from God. And I do believe that. And luckily, I am very, I have a lot of faith. And so I believe this has come at the right time for a reason. And even if I don't do all of them, like Helen, do all of the courses, I don't think I will, but I will just delight, and hopefully I get to meet you guys when you come to Melbourne, and we'll do something when you come down to Melbourne. So thank you for listening to me, and thank you for inspiring me too, each one of you. And Robin, I'm so happy for you to get on with your art and just get on and do what you really want to do, because it's not easy for artists always reinventing themselves and staying on track, because life does get in the way. So we've got to commit to that. Thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rosetta. We are looking very much forward to coming to Melbourne, and we definitely will come down as soon as we can. Beautiful John's down in Melbourne as well. My first Quantum Advanced 2-day event that I led was in Melbourne, so we absolutely love coming down there, and can't wait to make our way back.
Let's sneak out for a cuppa, Rosetta.
Yeah, I'd love to. Can do that. Yeah, but at the moment, well, hopefully it'll be very soon when life starts to get a bit of normal, and hopefully, well, we'll see you on Wednesday night, so we can connect more on Wednesday night. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rosetta. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
I've got to go, beautiful people, but I hope to connect with you on Wednesday potentially. But love to you all, and I'm sure we'll connect again soon. Okay.
Bye,
Good night.
Ramona and Robin, how are we feeling, ladies? Would you like to do a little share?
I will.
Who was that? You both unmuted yourselves at the same time. So I was like, where are you? We'll go with Ramona, and then we'll go with Robin. Does that sound good?
Okay.
Thank you so much. I'll just pin you, Ramona, and if you want to just like state your name and just, yeah, I guess your main takeaways from the course and the experience.
Hi, Marcia. Well, you and I've spoken a little bit, and as you know, I reluctantly came to the course. Dr. Espen was the catalyst that really, you know, brought me to the course. As you know, I'm not new to transformational spiritual work, and I really had to get out of my ego to feel like, oh well, I know this. I've taught people about soul and the energetic presence of the heart and going into higher states of consciousness for so many years. Surely, you know, I can figure this out by myself. I mean, I've had people that have come up to me and say, you've changed my life. You know, space that you've held over the 6 months that you've taught. And it was very humbling for me when I decided, and I actually got the nudge in a dream that I needed to do this. It would be very good for my soul. And thank goodness for that nudge from my spiritual master teacher in the dream. And when I did come in the very, very first session, I had incredible joy. I mean, it was just amazing, the joy that I had. It was just like something had was bottled up and it had just let go. And I think I had a little bit of an expectation that it would continue, but by session 6 and 7, I hit the pits. I mean, I hit it badly. It was like so many things that I disliked about myself just reared up. It was like the dark night of the soul, and I couldn't believe it. This was a course and we were sharing, and it was, it was just, I went deep, and it was through my commitment to my own, growth and healing. And I'm about service, and I think what was there was that I was pushing it down so much and just continuing in the mind of what I was doing. And so anyway, what's happened for me is a continuation, and therefore I would be very open to continuing with my coaching with John, and because I know that there's still quite a bit of growing. I mean, you never stop growing, for goodness sakes, but my energy is, I know what it is to have energy that's really light and very open. The first session showed me I have that. I've tapped into that many, many times. But where I am now is that there is still some heaviness around my heart. And I'm very, very open to continuing to really, really allow myself to have the transformation that I need to have to be able to serve others, but this is my time now, so I'm going to give it to myself. And I really appreciate everybody. Katrina was my buddy that we were we didn't really get time to connect to each other, but I was so happy just to be able to be in the journey with her. Rosetta, we connected. Robin, we connected. I mean, I connected with a lot of people in the chat rooms, and just listening to people, it made me feel like I'm not so alone. Whatever I'm going through this, it's like one of the chappie in Bali, I forget his name, he was saying, it's like you're vibrating with all these people, and so beautiful to be able to have that in one's life. It shows me I'm at the right place at the right time, because that's what it is. I mean, I believe in spirit and in love and in beauty, then I'm in the right place at the right time, because this is all manifested. And I look at it and I listen to the stories and I go, oh my goodness, how grateful am I? It's really taken away that feeling of I'm alone and I'm just, doing this by myself. So thank you for everybody, from my heart to your hearts. I do hope we can stay in touch somehow. Rosetta, I'd love to go to Florence, one of my favorite cities in the world. I love Florence. I would love to go there with you one day. And Marcia, I love you, Marcia. You, on that breath work that we did, this angel stood over me and I was just crying like anything. And I looked up and I couldn't see her. It was just this vision. And it was Marcia. So yeah, thank you for all these beautiful, beautiful acts of love. And thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for trusting us and then coming on this journey with us. It's been just beautiful and mind-blowing. And yeah, all our conversations and a meeting in person, it's just been so beautiful. So thank you. And yeah, do stay in touch. We have the Facebook group for a reason, and you can always stay in there forever and stay in touch and share how you're going and how your journeys are going. That's what the group is there to create, these conscious communities. And yeah, stay in touch with your tribe, your little family, because we just all love each other and vibe off each other and encourage each other. So it's beautiful. Thank you. Hi. Robin, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
I don't know if I can take much more love, but let's do it.
Well, I've got heaps for you too.
I just think you're remarkable, and you just made this course so special, as well as Dr. Espen. Look, I have to admit, I've waxed and waned through the course. Like, sometimes I float around and I'm thinking, oh wow, and then I'll just kind of go back. I'll contract again, and I'll go back to, oh, I don't know whether I'll continue with this course. That only lasts for a few seconds, by the way, that thought. And then I get in and do some more work, and then every time we have a session, it's like, oh, wow. And I think to myself, have I fully committed? And I realise there are times when I haven't. And I, just kind of go backwards, then I go forwards, blah, blah, blah. And so I've decided I'm actually doing the business success automation, because even though I haven't got really a firm idea of what I'm going to do for a business, but it'll be something to do with art. So I'm going to the business success automation coaching and doing the modules, etc. And I'm talking to John. I'm so grateful to meet John, because I talked to you on the phone a couple of times, and I'm going to be doing the coaching. And I think that's what I need, because I've still got a lot of stuff. I mean, you accumulate a lot of stuff by 66, don't you? So, there's a lot of stuff I've learnt to keep myself contracted for such a long time. And it's coming up and opening up. And as I said, sometimes I shut back down again. But there's more open now than shutting. So I'm really looking forward to the coaching, and then I think I'll do something else, but I'm not sure. I'm doing enough, I think. Yes, it is. Yeah, so I am so grateful for the community and the people that I've talked to and connected with within the group. It's just absolutely, you're so encouraging, and I've not had that from, well, I haven't let people be encouraging for us, really, to tell you the truth. And I mean, enjoying it and accepting it. Normally I would go, oh, I'm not good enough, blah, blah, blah. But I realise that I'm unique, and I might not do the same art as somebody else, but somebody will like what I do. Not everybody, and that's okay. I'm fine with it. So I'm so grateful to the community, and it's hard kind of having this realisation right at the end. Why didn't I know all this? But anyway, that's the journey, isn't it?
Yeah. Thank you, Robin. Oh, we've loved having you on this journey. That big smile.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. And thank you, everyone, for sharing and sharing your journey with us. Every single one of you is so special, and we love you so much. And I'm so sad that we have to finish this very soon, but thank you.
We'll meet again.
Beautiful shares, guys. It's inspiring. Amazing.
Thank you. Yeah.
It shows us why we do what we do, doesn't it, John? Like, this
Absolutely.
is the reason why.
I will look forward to Wednesday, and see you again. Thank you, Ramona, for sharing, and Robin, Christy, Marcia, John. It was really lovely. Now I'm going to go to bed. Actually, no, now I'm going to go and put on my meditation. I do that at night time, and then it puts me to sleep. So take it and be good. Good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Marcia. Great job.
Thank you, John. Love you.
Good night.
Bye.